it's 500,000 people. And if we all become educated on how our system works, we will make the effective changes that need to be made. But if we're not educated on the changes that we can make and how to do it, we're not going to accomplish anything. But let me get back to your get the vote out thing. Okay, get the vote out is a marketing tactic to distract us on how one actually becomes the nominee in a party.
That's what I thought.
How one becomes elected president. It has nothing to do with our vote.
That's what I thought, and that was kind of the confusion that comes with the whole. You mentioned Alex Jones, and that whole situation. There's confusion there because people assume that the popular vote picks the president when it doesn't, and we're becoming more and more people are becoming aware of that every day, and thanks in part to your efforts, of course. I wanted to run an idea past you that I had a couple weeks ago, and it was we have these candidates right now, the nominees of the main parties, and it seems like they're reaching out to the other party by basically sacrificing their own principles and adopting, they're willing to adopt other people's principles in order to get elected. Whereas Ron Paul is someone who has to this day not budged on his principles and yet still was able to unite people from different positions in the spectrum, the political spectrum. And so here's my idea. What if there was, this is what I would like to see, a website where people could go, no matter what party affiliation they were, they could go and get information on how to change their own party the way they want to, not a website that tells people what kind of changes they should make in their party, but just a tool to help every party, whether it be Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, Constitution Party, Independent Party, or what have you, to better prepare the population to get involved and to get active. A non-party affiliated, just movement of the people information website.
Ubi, you need to start keeping your ear to the ground. We actually have 2 websites that are going up hopefully this weekend. Now, they're not going to have all the information, but it's going to be the start. The first website addresses exactly what you're talking about, and it's called www.delegatesfordummies.com. And we are doing just that.
Say it one more time. That is an awesome website URL. Go ahead and say it again.
It's www.delegatesfordummies.com.
And is it number 4? Or is it spelled 4?
Number 4.
Is it number 4?
Oh, no, FOR.
Okay, because, I'm a dummy.
Delegatesfordummies.com.
That's awesome.
And we are going to educate every single American, regardless what party they're from, on how their system works and how they can be involved and allow their voices to be heard to make the changes that need to be made. The second website that is going up is called retakecongress.com. Now, retakecongress.com is going to educate people on what we can do to actually get people elected in the Congress in the year 2010 and beyond. How that system works, what we must do to get that done. And so, Ubi, you got to keep your ear to the ground, pal. You got great ideas, but we're 2 steps ahead of you.
I know it, man. Usually that's what happens. Is I'll put an idea out there, and then I'll go, oh, somebody did it. Somebody just did it while I was thinking about it.
But you know what, though? See, the thing is, if you don't bring things like that up, see, people, listen. You can always learn something from somebody else. Yeah. Always.
And you can join if maybe perhaps you're not meant to be the originator of the idea because you didn't have the resources to do it. But now that I know about it, I know where I can go to get information, and I can help tell other people about it. I could do my part, even though I didn't originate it. I think it's a great idea. I can promote it, and here we go.
Well, to see, Ubi, this isn't about who's going to take credit for what.
Right.
Listen,
oh, yeah.
We don't have to like each other. Okay? You may not like the people you're working with. They may not like you. But we're all supposed to be on the same team.
Great point.
Okay? Who cares who came up with what and when? Okay? If you have something to contribute that can help everyone to understand what they can do to make effective changes, we should be doing that together. Okay, what I wanted to address, and before I lose my train of thought here, is this. You brought up the fact, and I only caught bits and pieces of it. You were talking about, how we need to be like Linda doing her rally and the March people doing their rally.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, those things are done. Okay, there's nothing we can do about it. But you're absolutely right, and I've been talking about this for 6 or 7 weeks now. There's too many of us going in 160 different directions. We have to start bringing all of these efforts together to one medium. That's how we're going to be effective, because our effectiveness and our impact is with our numbers. If we start dividing our efforts, okay, you may have a great small group of people here and a great small group of people there, and you got 150 of those. But imagine if you bring this entire group of people together at one spot, what we can accomplish. Now, let me use an example. Okay, I wasn't around for the first money bomb that you guys did. Okay, but you raised, what was it, $4 million in a day, I think?
I contributed, and it was $4.25 million.
Okay, it was over $4 million. I was around for the second one. That second one broke records. It broke every record of any candidate to raise money in a single day.
We had a lot of fun around here at Ron Paul Radio, too.
Well, think about this for a second, though, Ubi. Think about what I'm about to say here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. When a bunch of people get together on one common goal, you don't just do good things, you do great things.
That's right, because if you do things that are bigger than yourself, that's great. What is right is great, and doing things that are above and beyond yourself, like, for instance, donating to a campaign when it's your last, even when you really can't afford it, but you really believe in it. It may not make sense to some people, but that's how we do things around here.
But see, Uba, do you know how that was accomplished?
It was accomplished because we aggregated everyone's little bits and pieces, and were able to maximize the area of effect of everyone's $100 donation or whatever they donated. Instead of having $100 being donated here and there, maybe a couple $1,000 just seeping in to the campaign here and there, and not really getting noticed, we were able to maximize the area of effect and really make the most of it. He got it was estimated over $10 million in publicity just from the media coverage about the fundraiser.
Yeah, exactly.
We
multiplied. Ubi, it's bigger than that. Do you know why that was so effective?
Go ahead.
The reason that was so effective is because it didn't matter what anybody's differences were at that point. It wasn't about who said what, when, where, and why.
Or who did what
It was
first.
about we came together on a common goal. Okay, regardless what anybody else thought, this is what we were going to do together and accomplish it, regardless of our differences. And I guarantee you that out of all the people that donated on that day, they all disagreed with each other on a bunch of different things. But that wasn't thought about at that moment. Okay, that wasn't the focus. The focus was let's get the job done. That's what I'm talking about. If we can focus on getting the job done, listen, if you're disagreeing with somebody, let's find the things that we all agree on and focus on that. We can worry about